Hey there, Will.
Hey, how you doing?
Not bad. How about you?
Good, thanks.
So what brings you in today?
I just wanted to come in and talk about my schoolwork and my lack of motivation that I've had this
Okay,
semester.
I hear you.
I feel like it's not that I've had too much schoolwork to do. It's just that I haven't myself um, accomplished what I wanted to accomplish this semester.
Right, I feel you.
First semester, my marks were fairly good. Um, I was happy with them. I mean, I missed class once in a while, but I was always good at handing in my assignments on time.
Which is the important part.
Yeah.
I remember them telling us at the beginning that
Hand something
in.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a little bit, you're still going to get something for
Exactly.
it, and it all adds up, right?
Yeah. So that's I haven't missed any assignments, but I gave today. Like my daughter was sick this morning, so I had to miss a presentation that we had to do.
No.
Which is worth 5%. But
right.
In the class that it was for, I could really use that 5% right now.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've had some issues with like research papers and whatnot. So, like I don't mind writing papers about things I need to do with myself or improving myself and whatnot. It's the research papers that have really gotten me for some reason. I haven't done as well as I wanted to do this semester.
I hear you. So you're a little disappointed in yourself,
Yeah.
and you feel that you could perform a lot better in school.
I know I can perform a lot better. I feel this semester I never really had a good grasp on it. It's just kind of still slipping away for me.
Do you find that there's other outside aspects of that's affecting your disappointment?
Something that would help would probably be my my energy levels, I guess. Like I feel really tired a lot.
Okay.
And, not depressed, but I mean like just down.
Just exhausted.
Exhausted.
It's the feeling, right?
Yeah, I feel like I've had a cold for about 2 months that I haven't been able to shake, and it's been making me tired and drowsy, and my head's all congested. So I always feel like I'm doing something, but I'm not actually in the moment. You kind of know.
You're a little what's the word for it? You're just not put off, but you're zoned out a little bit.
Exactly.
I feel so when you're tired like that, do you feel it like early in the mornings, or is it like midday it hits you, or?
It's all day for the most. It depends what I'm doing. Like times that I have my daughter, I have more energy because I'm excited to be around her, excited to see her, and I don't see her as much as I'd like. So I mean, I try to keep me and her busy whenever we're together.
I have the same. I'm going through the same thing right now. Me and my daughter have split custody, and I just find the weeks that I do have her, I'm the same way. I just have that high energy level, and I want to go.
The days I don't have her,
it's almost a downer, right?
Exactly.
And it's like you just don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
I know how you feel. I have the same thing. I wake up and I'm just exhausted. Thing that I find works for me is instead of going to bed earlier like most people would do, I take an hour before I go to bed, and I use that to wind down.
Yeah.
So I'd either read a magazine or watch a movie or something like that. And I find that really helps for me.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I know like my routine for bed is lay in bed, watch some highlights, and I'll fall asleep when I fall asleep type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I fall asleep around midnight, other times it's 2 a.m., but it's definitely affecting my energy levels for the day.
Okay.
It's gotten me behind on my schoolwork, which I don't like.
That's got to be pretty frustrating.
Yeah. It's not the missing class part that really bothers me. Like I can get by with missing a class here and there, since our teachers are kind enough to put things on Blackboard and whatnot. But it's the assignments that I'm either leaving till the last minute, or I'm just not doing as well on them as I'd like to.
Do you find maybe it's the pressure of them, or it's just you don't have enough time to prepare for them, or you just haven't prepared?
Just haven't prepared. I mean, it's not I don't feel much pressure. It's college. It's not all that difficult.
Yeah, you're not going for a doctor.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I'm in college because I like the hands-on stuff. Like I'm excited to get into placement and whatnot.
Yeah,
but I have to get through my first year with decent marks in order to get the placement.
I'm in the same boat. I just when I worry about stuff like that, like handing in something and I'm afraid that it's not going to be to par, I always go over it again and just double check things. And even I find asking my peers, like I've had a few people read over my papers and just been like, what do you think? And usually they have some good tips for me, and I go back and revise, and usually I get a better mark than I thought I would have, just by taking the extra 10, 20 minutes.
To revise it?
Yeah.
Usually I don't have enough time to take that extra 10 or 20 minutes.
I hear you, me too.
Yeah, definitely something I should look into. I'm also getting stressed out about all the health stuff that we had to have done for placement.
Okay, like our passport and everything.
Yeah, I've got almost everything done. It's just I have to. My doctor charges me like $200 to get my like health records, my shots, make sure everything's up to snub, and
that pushes. Sorry about that technical malfunction there. So where we left off was the stressors on your wallet from getting your passport, your health passport, and everything together. And I'm hearing you have a lot of anxiety with your school and everything. I see that it's something that's a challenge for you and it's putting a lot of stress on you. Let's look at your anxiety on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you say it's at right now?
My anxiety level would probably be up around a 7 or an 8, just because I'm not confident in the schoolwork that I've been doing.
That's pretty high, eh?
Yeah, it's definitely stressful. In terms of me being like a scale of 1 to 10 for my schoolwork and how happy I am with that, I mean that's like as low as a 3 or a 4.
Right.
Just because like I'm not getting the marks that I was getting first semester. I don't feel like I deserve the marks that I was getting first semester. Because I'm not putting in I don't feel like I'm putting in the same amount of effort and time to getting everything done. But with that, and like I said, with the doctor stuff and whatnot, and my doctor charging me as much as he does to get things done, and me being in school and not working right now, because me having a job with school and a daughter would be a lot for an employer to work around. I'm hesitant to go out and apply for jobs because I don't want somebody to offer me a good job and maybe like I can't take it because you want me to work every weekend, whereas I have my daughter every other weekend. You know what I mean?
I know exactly how you feel. I've been going through the same thing. Actually, I was fortunate enough to find an employer that will work around my schedule. Yeah. But I'd tell you right now, it's really difficult finding one.
What employer did you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm starting actually Al's Lawn Care.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I'll be cutting grass for a living for a
bit. I know a guy who works at Al's Lawn Care. I'll give him a call and see if he can hook up a job.
I know there are some openings, so that's maybe something you could give it a try.
Drop off a resume today.
But I'm telling you, it really is hard to find something, and I just found that persistence and getting myself out there and applying to as much as I can, and being straight up with my potential employers on how my schedule and that it needs to be worked around. That's the only way I found that worked for me. Yeah,
definitely have to try that. But my main goal right now is just to get my school done. Like I'm actually afraid of failing a couple classes this semester, which last semester didn't even cross my mind. Like
things are getting a little tight this time.
Yeah, like I would hear people last semester talk about how they had like a 45, a 55, a 60 in classes, and I was just wondering how you could have such a bad mark. But I mean, that's me this semester. I mean, now the shoe's on the other foot, and I kind of see how some people can get overwhelmed with life and school.
Do you find it's a bit like quicksand, maybe? Like you try and do one move, and it's actually just making you struggle even more, right?
Like I'm trying to get one thing done, but it's like I'm taking one step forward and 2 steps backwards the entire time. Good song. So.
Okay, there's something going on with my computer, so obviously this is my 3rd video attempt at this. So where we left off was it's feeling like you're in quicksand, and it's really frustrating because you find every time you make a move, you're drowning even a little bit more.
Yeah, like I said, 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Right, I hear you. Do you think that there's anything that could pull you out of that, maybe?
Just myself. I mean, I'm my own worst enemy. It's a matter of me getting things done and getting things done with the appropriate amount of time, like within the appropriate amount of time. I mean, I just feel like I'm leaving a lot of assignments to the last minute.
Right. Okay, so you want to focus yourself more and just get on top of things and just hound that together. Your anxiety is obviously high. That's something that we talked about. And your performance competency is low. If you had a magic wand and you waved it around and you woke up in the morning, what would be something that you notice right away?
First thing I'd notice would be my daughter. She'd probably wake me up. She wakes me up every day that she's over because she likes to get up a lot earlier than I like to get up. Like I'm talking
so does my daughter.
6:30 in the morning. Which goes back to me if I go to bed at midnight or 2,
it affects your fatigue right there.
It makes me not have a lot of energy. But that'd be the first thing I notice. The second thing would be my schoolwork would either be done or I'd at least start it. rather than starting it, the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have also some of my, just some extra money. I mean, just the bills I need to pay, and it's a struggle being a single dad and going to school and whatnot.
Oh, most definitely.
And at this point, I live with my grandparents. I want to get out on my own eventually. But
right.
That's a little further down the road, I think.
For sure. Well, these are all things that you can work on in time, and I think that having that drive and everything, that want that you do have, is a great aspect of yourself. And I think a lot more focus, and you're going to be awesome. Just assert yourself more. I think that's what you're trying to do here,
that's
for
exactly
sure.
what I need to do.
Exactly. That's excellent. We've touched on a lot of good things today. Do you have any plans this weekend?
I don't have my daughter, so I'll just be doing some schoolwork probably.
Cool.
Probably have a couple beers in there, but do
some
schoolwork for sure.
That's awesome. Excellent. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks, Brent.
I'll see you next week.
All right, bye.